Number 25. There is not the slightest indication that nuclear energy will ever be obtainable. It would mean that the atom would have to be shattered at will. Albert Einstein, 1932. Number 24. We don't like their sound, and guitar music is on the way out. Decca Recording Company on declining to sign the Beatles in 1962. Number 23. This telephone has too many shortcomings to seriously be considered as a means of communication. The device is inherently of no value to us. Western Union Internal Memo, 1876. Number 22. Reagan doesn't have that presidential look. United Artists executives after rejecting Reagan as lead in the 1964 film The Best Man. Number 21. Rail travel at high speed is not possible because passengers unable to breathe would die of asphyxia. Dr. Dionysius Lardner in 1830. Number 20. I think there is a world market for maybe 5 computers. Thomas Watson, chairman of IBM in 1943. Number 19. X-rays will prove to be a hoax. Lord Kelvin, the president of the Royal Society in 1883. Number 18. Everyone acquainted with this subject will recognize it as a conspicuous failure. Henry Morton, president of the Stevens Institute of Technology on Thomas Edison's light bulb in 1880. Number 17. The horse is here to stay, but the automobile is only a novelty, a fad. The president of the Michigan Savings Bank advising Henry Ford's lawyer not to invest in the Ford Motor Company in 1903. Number 16. Television won't last because people will soon get tired of staring at a plywood box every night. Darryl Zanuck, movie producer at 20th Century Fox in 1946. Number 15. No one will pay good money to get from Berlin to Potsdam in 1 hour when he can ride his horse there in 1 day for free. King William I of Prussia on trains in 1864. Number 14. There is no reason for any individual to have a computer in his home. Ken Olsen, the president and chairman and founder of Digital Equipment Corporation, in a talk given to a 1977 World Future Society meeting in Boston. Number 13. If excessive smoking actually plays a role in the production of lung cancer, it seems to be a minor one. W.C. Hoyper, the National Cancer Institute in 1954. Number 12. No, it will make war impossible. Hiram Maxim, the inventor of the machine gun, in response to the question, will this gun not make war more terrible, from Havelock Ellis, an English scientist, in 1893. Number 11. The wireless music box has no imaginable commercial value. Who would pay for a message sent to no one in particular? Associates of David Sarnoff responding to the latter's call for investment in the radio in 1921. Number 10. There will never be a bigger plane built. A Boeing engineer after the first flight of the 247, a twin-engine plane that holds 10 people. Number 9. How, sir, would you make a ship sail against the wind and currents by lighting a bonfire under her deck? I pray you excuse me, I have not the time to listen to such nonsense. Napoleon Bonaparte, when told of Robert Fulton's steamboat in the 1800s. Number 8. The idea that cavalry will be replaced by these iron coaches is absurd. It is little short of treasonous. A comment of aide-de-camp to Field Marshal Haig at a tank demonstration in 1916. Number 7. I must confess that my imagination refuses to see any sort of submarine doing anything but suffocating its crew and floundering at sea. H.G. Wells, a British novelist in 1901. Number 6. The world potential market for copying machines is 5,000 at most. IBM to the eventual founders of Xerox, saying the photocopier had no market large enough to justify production in 1959. Number 5. The Americans have need of the telephone, but we do not. We have plenty of messenger boys. Sir William Preece, the chief engineer of the British Post Office in 1878. Number 4. It'll be gone by June. Variety magazine on rock and roll in 1955. Number 3. And for the tourist who really wants to get away from it all, safaris in Vietnam. Newsweek predicting popular holidays for the late 1960s. Number 2. When the Paris exhibition of 1878 closes, Electric light will close with it, and no more will be heard of it. Oxford professor Erasmus Wilson. And number 1. A rocket will never be able to leave the Earth's atmosphere. The New York Times in 1936. If you liked the video you just saw, then consider clicking on the button at the top right to subscribe. Also, check out our other popular videos, 25 of the most bizarre and unique finds on Google Earth, and 25 ways to simplify your life with these awesome life hacks. If you're still itching for more, go ahead and check out our website at list25.com for a whole bunch of cool lists.